What if I told you the version of you that's living your life right now isn't actually you? What if your thoughts, your desires, even your identity were shaped by invisible forces, society, trauma, conditioning, and you've been living someone else's life all along? Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime, from the moment we're born, we're assigned labels, names, roles, expectations. We're taught how to behave, what to say, what not to feel. And slowly, we build what Jung called the persona, the mask we wear to fit into a world that never asked who we truly are." Sound familiar? Ever caught yourself acting, pleasing, performing, just to be accepted? The more we wear the mask, the more we forget who we were before it. Not because we're weak, but because we've been trained to survive, not to be real. But there's a cost. Everything you suppress, your fears, emotions, your wildness, doesn't disappear. It becomes what Jung called the shadow. And here's the twist. The things you dislike most in others, the irrational reactions you can't explain, those are mirrors, reflections of your unacknowledged self. You don't need to fight your shadow. You need to meet it. Because inside that shadow is power, creativity, freedom, the part of you that's been waiting to return. This is what Jung called individuation. Not becoming someone new, becoming whole, integrating all parts of you, the parts you love, and especially the parts you don't. Most people avoid this work. They distract, scroll, numb. But you're still here, and that means something inside you is waking up. The moment you stop running from discomfort and instead listen to it, you begin to reclaim the most important thing of all, your truth. Your life isn't random. You're living a myth, whether you know it or not. Inside you is the hero, the part of you longing to grow, to rise, to become. But that hero always faces a challenge, the shadow, resistance, doubt, fear of change. Sound familiar? This internal battle is not a flaw. It's a rite of passage, and if you learn to face it, not suppress it, it becomes your path to evolution. Jung also spoke of archetypes, ancient blueprints inside your psyche, the warrior, the lover, the magician, the child, the outcast. All of them are inside you, and the more you awaken them, the more whole you become. But there's one last illusion, and it's the deepest of all, the illusion of self. What if the you think you are is just a story, a mental placeholder for something far vaster? Jung believed the true self isn't your job, your past, your personality. It's the totality of your being, conscious and unconscious, light and dark, masculine and feminine. And that self has been with you all along. So the question isn't who are you? It's who could you become if you dropped the mask, if you faced the shadow, awakened the archetypes, and walked the path of the true self. You don't have to keep living a life scripted by others. You don't have to keep playing a role. You're not broken. You're just not finished. Because life doesn't begin when you're born. Life begins when you find yourself. And now, you know the way.